Last week, Caedrel's Rat Squadron secured yet another easy sweep in the semifinals of the NLC Spring Playoffs, booking themselves a ticket to not only the lower bracket finals, but potentially the grand finals.
Keep throwing out the Acanthian rain, and they know what they say about that. When it rains, it pours. Verdant will be absolutely annihilated. 3-0 for Lost Ratones. And Denmark, check your harbors, check your ships. They're full of rats. Lost Ratones are heading to finals.
Which has sort of sparked the question. Are Lost Ratones back? Hi, it's good to be back. It has been a minute since we made a video about the Rats, and to be fair, I feel like part of the reason for that is that, at least relative to their debut, they've been sort of hot and cold as of late. See, the problem with winning both NLC and EMEA Masters your first time out is that unless you keep winning, it's kind of hard to keep people's interest. Which is not to say we haven't been following them. On the contrary, we have. But just that, you know, when you embark on this like sort of anime arc and then accomplish just all of your hopes and dreams in the span of like a month, the story does sort of cool off a little bit. It doesn't help that after winning literally everything they could possibly win at their level of play, people started really analyzing their play style and ostensibly solving it. In fact, it was starting to seem as if the Lost Ratones nut had been cracked.
I don't think you have the damage.
I do.
There's no flash. You don't. Random is OP.
Sorry about this game, guys.
Now, since then, a ton has changed. Caedrel joined Red Bull alongside Faker, Ludwig, and Max Verstappen.
Hi, Caedrel.
Look at this, 2 league goats back to back. Me and Faker talk offline sometimes. Welcome, Caedrel. Welcome, man.
Hey, Caedrel.
Hey, Caedrel.
What the f is happening?
Hey, Caedrel.
And Lost Ratones as a whole started to build themselves back up. From crazy comebacks and scrims to having to deal with Bouse's entire champ pool being ruled out because of Fearless, the Rats were not only facing adversity, but more often than not, overcoming it.
By the way, I saw Razork's fucking absolute copium headline news article thing, where it's like, yeah, Los Ratones would be a 9th or 10th place team in LEC. Are you out of your mind? Yeah, Los Ratones would easily be top 5, yes.
Ooh! Also, Caedrel started doing this thing where he would hold court so as to hold the players accountable for their misplays, and it's just the best thing ever.
We were fighting on bot lane, you were farming mid wave, by the way.
I was walking to the fight.
Yes,
was walking to the fight, and then I queued on the way. Wasted
no,
0.1 seconds.
No, pull up the bots.
Not pull up the bots. Boy, I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting.
Okay, let's see the sprint. Let's see the sprint.
I'm even eating to get there.
No way.
Look at this. Look at this. You could flank them and then they all die.
No, actually, you could just kill everyone. No way.
Boss, you could
summoner heal and W in 5.
Please look.
I'm coming.
W in 4. My W is up right now.
And sometimes the court that was in session could get a little heated.
We need to break this top freeze. That's what he said. I promise you.
But Velia never came to top.
No, I know, but what you said was...
When did you go to top? You insta-clicked to the camp.
I ignored bot camps.
And then you went to... Okay. At which second did I say it's fine?
Okay, we're gonna... Court's in session. We're gonna check the bots. We're checking the bots.
Tell me exactly. Tell me if I said it's fine before Velia clicked on Crags or not, okay? If I did, then it's my fault.
But even when they did, it never got toxic or unproductive because the point of Los Ratones has always been to improve and win as a team, no matter the cost. Which is not an easy thing to do, especially when you are publicly broadcasting everything. Don't believe me? Just ask the North American equivalent of Los Ratones near airport.
I'm tilted as we had this meeting set up. 2 people aren't even here. I'm going on a road trip tomorrow to go to my friend's wedding, which I can't miss. And I'm saying I'm gonna drive back a day early. I'm gonna drive fucking 6-7 hours back early to make time for the team, and no one could show up on time here? I don't even want to drive back early. I'll just show up for the match on Thursday. If no one gives a fuck, I'm not gonna give a fuck.
What makes Los Ratones such a potent force is their determination to be a team through thick and thin. And funnily enough, they had this sort of awkward chronology where they experienced the thin before they experienced the thick. And now they're learning that as they wade their way through the thick, back to the thin, it doesn't have to stick to them.
Do they not have any strong emotions or feelings of things they want to go over this game or anything they want to say from today in reflection? Okay.
Yeah, I just played bad.
What's more, they're still having fun.
I'm just giving them more
I can ult him to you, Reckless.
Oh yeah.
Just
What? Did Bausch just play golf with Ivory?
You get that kill now.
What? What the fuck? Wait, that was crazy!
Hole in one, no?
Hole in one!
But they're also still winning.
Let the tower die. Let the tower die.
If we lost here, then all that money's down the drain.
Salas is
Hotels,
over there, by the way.
venue, flights. Thank we win. The bank account would have been rough.
Can we go on that video?
Jesus. Jesus. Hurricane!
Just like last time, they've had to battle their way through the lower bracket of the NLC after looking shaky at the get-go. Which brings us to this weekend, specifically this Saturday, tomorrow, where Los Ratones play against Ruddy Sack in a BO5 for a chance to play Nord in the grand finals of NLC Spring. Now, would it be great if they won? Yes, absolutely. It would basically establish a level of dominance that no one could deny. They've already shown that their previous runs were far from a flash in the pan, and that even with all of the focus and scrutiny they've been attracting, they can still be a team who has no secrets, who broadcasts everything and wins, not in spite of it, but because of it. Big pace. See you guys next week. Guys, I remembered that differently. That's my bad. There is a moment, it's like someone speaking over, but there is a moment where he literally, like, Caedrel's like, all right, court's in session, bring up the VOD, and you can literally hear Baus saying under the, don't bring up the VOD. Yeah. Don't, like, don't.